Suppose you're the parent of a child with low blood sugar that is caused by diabetes. Sometimes your child's blood sugar will drop so low, so quick, that you don't have time to realize what is happening, or even give them the medication or sugars their bodies need in order to properly function. What you need is a warning system, something that will help you realize what is happening before it gets too late. What if I told you that there was such a system? What if I told you that you could also train this system not only to detect the need for care, but also administer it? Would you believe me if I told you that this system, to which I keep referring, is actually a dog? But not just any dog. This is a specially trained and certified service dog. In this speech, I'd like to tell you about these amazing animals and the various tasks which they can perform. Let's begin by looking at the most common breeds of dogs used for service training. These are Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and German Shepherds. However, this does not mean that you cannot use any dog, because any dog can be trained, but not all will fit the tasks that you need. Some important things to consider when you select a dog would be the size and the temperament. For example, you would not want to have a little tiny Pomeranian guiding around a blind person. The temperament is also important because you need to have a calm, trainable dog who is not very high maintenance. Just as there are many types of dogs, there are also many tasks for them to fulfill. I'm sure many of you are familiar with seeing-eye dogs, whose task is to lead around blind people with the use of a halter and collar through, across streets and through stores and all that stuff. But another kind is a hearing dog. These dogs are trained to listen for important sounds. Once the dog hears these sounds, they will go and alert their owner to tell them what's going on. Some examples of these sounds might be a doorbell ringing, a siren going off, perhaps an oven timer. The importance of this is, since the person is deaf and can't hear, the dog can hear for them, and they will bring the owner to the sound so that they can know what's going on. Some more specialized tasks which you can train a dog to do include psychiatric care for psychiatric patients. These include, one of the main psychiatric diseases that dogs are used for is PTSD. These dogs are trained to provide comfort for these people, and they're also trained, suppose for instance that someone gets anxious when in crowds. This type of dog can create a barrier between the person and the crowd by circling around them, thereby giving them relief and comfort. Another task that these types of dogs can do is find people. They're specifically trained to know the scent of their master and their master's family or friends, and they can trace this scent and lead the master to his other family or friends just in case he gets lost. Another kind of specialized dog training is medical alert dogs. This includes the dog which I mentioned in the intro, who can smell when a patient's blood sugar is dropping below normal rates. How this happens is the body secretes a scent that comes out through the breath whenever someone's blood sugar is too low. This scent is the same in all people, so a dog can sense it in anyone, and they can alert the person to whom it's happening. You can also train these dogs to go and receive medication and bring it to you when this is happening, or even like a bottle of juice, or if it is a child, they can be trained to retrieve the parents. Another interesting thing that medical alert dogs found, or I found in my research, is according to Service Dog Central, a website for public education on service dogs, approximately 15% of dogs are naturally able to predict seizures before they occur. On average, these predictions or alerts are made 10 to 20 minutes before the seizure, giving the person with the seizure disorder an opportunity to move to a safe place, take medication, call for help, or notify a friend or family member of the impeding seizure so they can be checked later. The benefits of owning a service dog are obviously huge for the owner, but there are also many for the dog. A well-trained dog is a safer dog. Of course, you could use an example in this too. A well-trained dog is less likely to run across the street if they know, if they are trained in commands such as stay, come, or heel, thereby keeping them safe. Another benefit for dogs of doing service work is it gives them a task in which they can channel their extra energy. I hope that this speech about service dogs has given you an appreciation for these amazing animals, as well as a better understanding of what, with proper training, they are capable of, and just how much of a help they can be to their owners who truly depend on them.